Yeah, LaGrange, baby. Boy, is ZZ Top not the best band in the world. Hey everybody, it's Losinglouie here with an update on my Mintage series. Today I'm going back to the Perth Mint Silver Lunar BU Series 1 and Series 2. Back in June I did the 1-ounce coins in front of you. Today I'm going to update prices and mintage for the half-ounce lunars and the 2-ounce lunars. Please correct me if I make any mistakes. I've literally worked hours on this, and there's a lot of details in it, so there could always be mistakes. Going back to the Series 1, what I try to do in these mintage, in my mintage playlist, is show you what the mintages are in these green bars, okay, for the two different series. The red prices represented, the prices represented by the red line are recent eBay sales prices, an average of the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins. I have not gone to AppMex or Provident for this information. And in updating the Series 1, I've put the current sales prices versus the prices back on June 14th when spot was $16, and I just uploaded the new prices as of end of July. So just going back through the 1-ounce really quickly, the Lunar 1 series initiated in 1999 with a mintage of 63,000 rabbits, and the mintages varied up 118,000 for the dragon, 71,000 for the snake, up to a high of the monkey in 2004, which was 105,000, and then back down to a low of the ox, 56,000 in 2010. Sales prices are all very strong. These are the June sales prices, but the July, end of July, beginning of August sales prices generally about 10% less due to the sluggish market, I think, created by falling silver prices. Not so much the drop in spot, but that does influence people's psyches, I believe. But strong performance, as always, there is usually an inverse relationship between mintage numbers and sales price. All right, so the end of this series was a fairly low mintage, and those sales prices look like they're spiking up in the 70s and 80s. Going into Series 2, when they capped mintage at a maximum of 300,000, which they have sold out every year, first year mouse is selling for about $55. These coins range in the 50s and 40s. The more current the coin gets, the lower the sales price, but I'd see no reason not to expect appreciation in the snake, the horse, and the goat, at least up into the $40 or $50 area. Let's see, well, that's all I have on the 1-ounce. Let me get you over to the half-ounce. So again, these are the BUs. In the Series 1, it began with a scant 17,000 rabbits, quickly spiked up to 52,000 dragons, 30,000 snakes, 42,000 horses, back up in the 50,000s for the goat and the monkey, and then down into the 30,000 for the last 3 coins in the range. Sales prices, well, for the first coin about $50, and for the last coin about $54. So considering that's about $7 worth of silver, those are pretty good returns, and I see why people collect these. Moving on to Series 2, where mintage has been all over the map, clearly the mouse is the key. 2008 mouse is the key in this series with only 17,000 minted. Half-ounce coin selling for about $68 on average. The ox selling for about $61. Then the mintages started to spike as people caught on. The highest being the dragon, a really popular coin, but that caused mintages to rise to 389,000 half-ounce coins. Nonetheless, it's still selling for about $23, but as mintages rise, the expected return on these coins will absolutely fall, and more people are jumping on the bandwagon I believe. So let's see. The horse was $250,000. That seems like a lot. And current resale price on the horse is $20. Last reported mintage on the goat as of February 2015 was $112,000. So I'm not sure when the final numbers will come in, but $112,000 is what is reported as of February for sales of the 2014 coin. Perhaps not on track to do as many as the horses, and currently selling for about $13. Shifting over to the 2-ounce BU Lunars, in the beginning, mintage was about $13,000. For the rabbit, that's selling for $166 today. Dragon, mintage of $29,000, more than doubled. And that's sales price about $124, and then ranging in this $120, $130, $140 zone for the next few years, then popping in the end. Mintages started to decline in 2008, and as you can see, prices spiked for the mouse, the ox, and the tiger appears to be the key in this series. Mintage of 6,500, current sales price about 350. The sales prices can vary wildly. Somebody really trying to sell their coins quickly could sell this coin for $300. Someone with a buy it now that had a couple months to market it could sell it for $500. So don't think that this is the absolute definitive price. Depending on your selling and buying skills, you can definitely have different results than this. Now the Series 2 began with the mouse, and the mintage of that was $9,000, very low. Current average sales price about $426 on the mouse. That must be the key in this series. Mintages start to go up and spike with the dragon in 2012, which is a popular coin, as well as, let's see, the horse, pretty darn high in 2014, but still selling for $60. And then moving to the goat, which is the 2014 release, and the last reported mintage as of February from Perth Mint was 40,000 of the 2-ounce goats. Seems low. So I haven't graphed it because it's not final yet, but seems like there's a long way to go to get up to 112,000 of the horses. So the goats, maybe they'll come in low for the year. I'm not sure. They're currently selling for about $45, and that represents about $30 worth of silver. So the 2-ounce coins have been, pretty good investments if you pick the right year. So that is the update on the mintages here from my series on mintages. I try to do these as often as I can, but it does require a lot of work. I think it's to our advantage to stay current on mintages because that is, in my opinion, the best indicator of where prices will go in the future. And I believe mints are really tricky with this stuff, and it is to their advantage to delay the release of these mintage numbers as long as possible. Because, with some of these series, they often start out with low mintages and high returns, and then they start to spike as more people buy them for resale. And the longer the mint can keep that a secret, or at least not disclose that mintages are rising, the more likely it is that people will misconstrue returns on new coins. I do try to buy coins on release. I don't actually collect the whole series of Lunars, so I'm not an expert on these. But I would rather buy them when they first come out and try to judge which coin will perform well. Some people do buy them on resale, and if you get a good deal, you can certainly do well doing that. I just don't buy coins secondary market if I can avoid it. Alright, if you have any information that differs from this, you'll probably find some mistakes in what I've said, but feel free to post it or add your experience. If you are a long-term collector of the Lunars and you're happy with your investment, or maybe you bought in a year or two ago and prices are weak right now. But in any event, from the bullion perspective, if you can buy these coins at 20 bucks or so when they first come out, as I did with the goats, there is a strong possibility that you will make pretty darn good money. I'm going to go back to the 1-ounce coins. So the horse, for example, selling right now for about $36. You know, that's a pretty strong return for 1 or 2 years, I think. So that is my perspective on it. I you know, didn't like the goat coin when it first came out, and I didn't think it would do well. But there's always this push and pull between a really popular coin, like the dragon, that has super high mintage, and that depresses the price, or possibly an ugly coin, which I think the goat is, which people don't buy, and that could potentially increase the price. So that's what some of the veterans, I think, you know, come to anticipate and try to figure out whether ugly beats popular in the mintage game. All right, if you have any questions or corrections on the series, please feel free to post. This is Losinglouie signing out.